we all knew it was coming. We had the first two Sonic the Hedgehog movies. The first one was okay. There was way too much stuff with the human family and everything like that. The second movie was phenomenal. Spent most of the time with the characters that we, actually care about, Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and all of that. And at the end of Sonic 2, we got a tease that Shadow's coming. And, we don't know yet who's playing Shadow, but we do have some other casting news. They posted this 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. And let's take a listen, shall we? Now, who was that laugh there? That couldn't possibly be Jim Carrey, could it? Because he retired. Except, nope, Jim Carrey returning for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's right, Eggman is back. Now, I will say that when Jim Carrey was cast as Eggman, he wasn't exactly who I would have been for my first choice. And I do think his Eggman is far more a Jim Carrey character than like the video game Eggman. But I don't know, like I grew up watching Jim Carrey movies in the 90s, so like I do have a certain fondness for his comedic stylings, especially as like a kid's villain kind of a thing. So he's a different take on Eggman than I would have expected, but he's a lot of fun. And he said he was retiring from acting after Sonic 2. So I don't think anybody expected him to come back for this one. In fact, yeah, here we go. This was from April of 2022. Jim Carrey's fairly serious about retiring from acting after Sonic Movie 2. It depends if the Angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink, which suggests to me that if he came out of retirement for this, that must be a pretty good script. And not only do we have casting news on Eggman, that he's coming back, but we've got some other stuff going on as well. They've announced Kristen Ritter is in the movie. Now, Kristen Ritter, right here, she was Jane in Breaking Bad. She was also the Bee in Apartment 23. And if you're an MCU fan, Jessica Jones, who was just recently made official MCU canon. I think she's going to play Rouge. That seems to be the general consensus, is that she's going to voice Rouge the Bat. And also over here, we've got Lila Brown, who is a child actress, which suggests to me they're doing the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. I think she's going to play Maria Robotnik. And obviously we know Shadow's going to be in it. Now, I don't know about any of these other actors. We've got Cristo Fernandez, Jorma Tacoma. He's in Lonely Island. Yeah, okay. Sophia Perez and James Wolk. I've probably seen James Wolk in something, but these names don't stand out to me. And we don't know who any of the characters that they're playing. Kirim says, oh god, Rouge, no, they wouldn't. It's either a human character or Amy. There's no chance that you cast Kristen Ritter to play Amy. I am sorry. Kristen Ritter is a great actress, but she is not a girly girl like Amy is. I don't see her playing that kind of... You don't cast her if you want a girly girl like Amy. That's the wrong type for the role. Yeah, like down here, they suggest Rouge the Bat and Maria from the Sonic games. So I don't know who all the rest of these people are playing. Now, hopefully we don't have an over-reliance on like the human cast with like James Marsden and his wife. I hope they kind of just shove them off at the beginning of the movie so that we can focus on the characters that we actually care about, the characters that are actually from the games. But I have heard a rumor, and I don't know the veracity of it, but if it is true, God, I'd love it. There's a rumor that Hayden Christensen is going to be voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. How perfect would that be for Anakin Skywalker to be Shadow the Hedgehog? That's like, God, that's like, that's so good. Yeah, ooh. So I would love to see that. Obviously, this isn't like the full cast of the movie, but they haven't announced who any of the roles that are playing yet. Again, it's still entirely speculation that she's playing Rouge and she's playing Maria. We don't know. It seems fairly obvious, but it's all up in the air. We do know that Jim Carrey's coming back. We can assume James Marsden's coming back for whatever reason. I think they should just get rid of that whole storyline altogether and just have Sonic and Tails and Knuckles go off and do things. If James Marsden's there, I hope it's just like at the beginning scene while all the furry critters go off to do their adventure and leave him behind. But yeah, I think they're probably going to adapt the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline, which makes sense. That's where Shadow got his introduction in the franchise, so it seems like a good blueprint to start with. But also, like, you could still do that story even if you didn't have Eggman coming back. Like, when Jim Carrey announced that he was retiring after Sonic 2, I was like, oh, well, they've introduced Shadow, so we've still got a villain for the third one. It's okay if he doesn't come back. But I am happy to see that he is coming back. So, anyway, that's just a fun little update there. Fun little video game movie franchise. Honestly, these movies are so good. The first one, not as much, but like the Sonic 2, it captured the feel of the franchise so well that I barely even minded it when they like spent a little time with the human people doing their Hawaiian destination wedding or whatever it was. It was like, okay, all right, like I get it. You don't want to pay for VFX for every shot, but hopefully for the third one they go all out. Hureem says, I just can't wrap my head around Hayden Christensen voicing Shadow. It's truly bizarre in today's media where we want big flashy names for animated movies. Well, I was actually really pleased that the voice for Tails is just the video game voice actor for Tails. I'm glad that they went that way. And I think they did that in the first movie because Tails only shows up in a post-credit scene, and they're like, well, we don't need to cast a big name for a post-credit scene. We'll just get the video game voice actor to play him, and then we can figure it out for the next one. And then I said, you know what? I'll just keep you. I wish they did more of that stuff. Now, I'm not complaining about like Ben Schwartz as Sonic. I think Ben Schwartz does a great job as Sonic, and Ben Schwartz isn't like a huge name. I mean, he's certainly a known quantity. He's a very funny guy. He played John Ralphio on Parks and Rec. He was one of the nephews in DuckTales. I think he was one of the voices of BB-8. I think he and who was it? Was it Bill Hader and Ben Schwartz that provided like basically the voice imprint like template that they modeled BB-8 on? So, you know, he's been in a lot of stuff. It's just he's not like, you know, a leading man A-lister or anything like that. But I think he's a good choice. I had no problems when they announced he was cast. I was like, yeah, that works. But yeah, in general, like, just voice actors, your rank and file, your day rate voice actors, they really need more love in Hollywood. So I was really glad to see that Tails voice actor just got to voice him in the movie. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. And drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific and Sundays at 2, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a very special shout out to my Whaled Shark tier patron Ryan D and my Anemone friend tier patron Piftle Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.